Fellow Rotarians, it is my pleasure and privilege today to welcome into membership in our club George Benefield, whose name was proposed by Paul Peter, and Larry Ritter, who was proposed by Channing Zucker. The proposal has been reviewed in accordance with our club constitution and bylaws. I now ask Paul to come up here with George and Channing to come up here with Larry. Now we proceed to admit you into membership in the Rotary Club of Hampton Roads to the friendships of Rotary throughout the world. It has already been explained to you that the ideal of Rotary is service. Our principal motto is service above self, and the object of this club and all Rotary clubs is to encourage and to foster this ideal as a basis of worthy enterprise. You are to share in this effort, and I already saw someone raise their hand about helping with our efforts with the road rally and with Pimlico. You have been approved for membership in this club because we believe you to be worthy representative of your vocation, interested in the ideals of Rotary and willing to do your share in translating these ideals into action. You have agreed to accept the obligations of membership in this club and to obey the club's constitution and bylaws. Now I have the pleasure of asking Paul and Channing to pin on your blue badge.
My job.
We have to make it
My
work.
time in the sun.
Also, the pin in your extra disc for sponsoring are in those envelopes. If you would give them their first Rotary pin from the club, the Rotary Club of Hampton Roads. And would everyone please welcome our new members. We should have opened up the bags.
And very quickly, at the end of the year, because I'm going through all my stuff, you're going to be the benefactor of a 4-way test coin.
Nice.
That had extras.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
You all set? Thank you.
That's for you.
Yeah, that's for the sponsor.
Bedtime reading.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Brenda. Congratulations, Larry and George. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, Larry. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Paul and Chan for proposing our new members. Mary Lou, would you please introduce our guest for today?
Very pleased to introduce our guest today. With the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast, John Morgan III was born and raised in Norfolk. He had attended ODU before he went to the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam era. He's married, has for 36 years to Vicki Morgan, and they have a son, John Morgan IV. He brings to the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast 32 years of nonprofit management experience. In the 70s, he worked for the Virginia Department of Corrections, Division of Youth Services, as the Assistant Director of Hampton Place Community Youth Home. He later went on to the Girls Goodwill Industries in 1978, and he served there as Operations Director, eventually as President and as CEO. After that post, he accepted a position as Executive Director for Habitat for Humanity in Southampton Roads, and he was there until 2008. 2010, he came to the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast as the Property Director, and they have some wonderful properties we were just talking about. So, as a former Girl Scout, I am pleased to present our speaker for today, John Morgan III.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today, and this is a great club. It really is.
It is.
I'm amazed at the number of people here, especially during the summer. That's great. That's well said. Let me start a little bit with the mission of the Girl Scouts. The mission of the Girl Scouts is to build girls of courage, character, and confidence. Yes, and I didn't have the confidence to say that. Who make the world a better place. And wow, that is a mighty big task that we have. Our council, which is the Girl Scout Council of Colonial Coast, our territories run from Ocracoke Island up through Elizabeth City, out through Cortland, Virginia, up through Williamsburg to Gloucester, and back down to include all the cities of the south side. So we have quite a large territory. In that area, we serve approximately 14,000 girls, and we serve them through 6,000 adult volunteer members. So we have quite a large gathering of girls and adult volunteers. Today, I'm going to take you through a little tour, not of all of our properties, but of our main facility in Chesapeake. That is our administrative offices and our main program facility out there. A Place for Girls, as we call it, was built in 1996. And of course, in the Girl Scout tradition, a lot of architects and people did not sit down and plan this building. We asked the girls, actually at that time, what they wanted to see in a building. You know, how can we design that to best help you as a Girl Scout? So the girls had a lot of input into this building, and I think you'll see some of that as we go through the tour. At that site, the building is actually about 19,000 square feet, first and second floor. Our property size in the administrative and program area is about 5 acres. The outback is about 6 acres. And we have what we call the lodge. It's a house and a pool that we renovated next door that's about 3 acres. And we are located off of Cedar Road in Chesapeake. Of course, the girls designed it. They had to have a fun room because they have fun there. So a room is built off the back under a separate security and everything that allows troops to come in on the weekends and everything and spend a weekend in this fun room. It has mattresses that they can sleep on the floor. It has table tennis there. It has a kitchen you can see in the background there. It's just a great place. Showers, handicap accessible. And like I said, it's very popular with the groups, especially the younger ones, to come in and spend the weekends there. We also use that for some training during the week and everything. We have meeting rooms there. We have the Young Performers Room, the Parsons Amazing Room, and the Rotary Teen Room. There are 3 rooms that connect. Each room seats about 50 people. We can combine everything together for 150 people, tables, chairs. We do rent this room out to private individuals and companies for parties. We host Girl Scout events there and everything. It's a great program area. This is the area during our ISF, which is Amazing Summer Fun, our day camp that we run there. These rooms will be closed off, and different age groups will be in those rooms doing programs during the summer. Along with those rooms, we have the Beasley Science and Hand Arts Lab. Seats about 25 people. They do arts and crafts in there, and we actually have a kiln. Very, very nice facility right there. All right, some of the recent projects that we've had there, we had a problem with erosion behind our building there, and we felt that it was threatening the foundation of the building. We were on tidal water there, some wetlands, and along with the wetlands, the tides, the storms, and rain falling in the back there, that we didn't have a lot of cover on that ground. It was eroding the property away and coming into the foundation. So you can see there before how it was overgrown and everything. We actually widened the area there. We tapered it down slowly, and of course we had to get all the permits, the wetlands and all that other stuff. It's not just a bunch of volunteers coming out there and shoveling dirt out there. We followed all the rules and everything. And then we planted actually daylilies and everything that will grow in that area, and the roots will help stabilize the banks there, therefore cutting out the erosion and hopefully prolonging the life of the building there and the foundation. We just did that recently. Some of the recent, we only have 3 guys, including myself, in our maintenance department, and we have quite a few service centers, camps. We're lucky enough to have some camp rangers that live there, but we have a lot of acreage and everything, and only 3 of us to take care of it. So we rely a lot on volunteers to help us with our maintenance needs. So some of our recent volunteer activities is we got a great group of Navy chiefs that do this every year. We just went through a building renovation on our administrative area upstairs at APFG. And we replaced counters and everything. Well, the Navy was there. They helped us take the counters out, strip stuff out, paint containers and everything. They did a heck of a job there and really helped us out. Another one, this is a group of Navy volunteers. It happened last year during ISF. And every morning they have a flag ceremony out there for the children. They raise the flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance and everything, which is great. Well, this group of Navy volunteers wanted to be a part of that last year. So you can see them lined up in the background participating in this flag ceremony. Right next door to a place for girls, we have what we call the Lodge. This is a piece of property, it's about 3 acres that were bought by the council with the idea of putting a swimming pool facility there. Well, that kind of got downsized a little bit. And they ended up in 2010, when I first came on, actually this is my first project, we decided to go ahead and renovate that house and add a pool to the back of it. During the renovations, we tried to do it as eco-friendly as we could. Just some of the things we put into that house is we use pervious concrete in the driveway that will drain the water, filter the water and everything, so we don't have the runoff and overflow into the creeks there. We had a blower test to test the tightness of the house there to see if there's leakage and everything and how to control that. We insulated the house under. We also used vinyl siding that has a built-in insulation on the house, on the siding, to help insulate that house and keep it cooler in the summer and warmer in the wintertime without using a lot of excessive electricity and everything. Inside, excuse me, we use low VOC paint throughout the house. The carpet that you can see in the living room right there is made of recycled Coca-Cola bottles. Pretty neat, and that draws a lot of interest when we give tours through there. Upstairs, we put a solar tube in a bathroom that was pitch black dark during the daytime. You had to turn on a light wherever you used it. Solar light brightens it up. You don't need electricity in that room now, except for at night. We use reflective shingles on there to keep the heat down during the summertime. And just everything we could do to be eco-friendly in redoing this house. That's a picture of the pool that we placed in the backyard. Beautiful pool there. The neat thing is that lifeguard chair is made out of recycled milk jugs. So we do our best to recycle or buy recycled products. Also, the pool is a saltwater pool to cut down the handle of chemicals by the girls and staff and everything as far as the chlorine and everything. Along with the pool there, we have archery, you can see there. We have kitchen, bathrooms, showers. It will hold 16 girls for sleeping. It's ADA compliant. And we say that when you get to, it's just like home. When you get to that house, it's glamping. It's not camping. It's glamour camping, glamping for the girls. They love it. Some of the recent volunteer activities there is during the Day of Caring, which we participate in every year. We had a group over there, and they were kind enough to go ahead and stain the ramps to the porch, the fire escapes, and everything else. They did a beautiful job of that. And now our jewel is the Outback. It's about a 6-7 acre property in the back. The girls just thoroughly enjoy, and so does the staff. I wish more people would use it. You see a little map right there. It's behind the facility. The facility's here. The Outback is behind it right there. This is the center of the Outback there. It's called the Gathering Place, where they have ceremonies there for the girls and everything. It's just a place to sit and reflect, basically. A few things about the Outback is it is a Lou Henry Hoover Memorial Sanctuary. It is also part of the Virginia Birding and Wildlife Trail, and it is open to the public. It's not just for Girl Scouts. Anybody can go back there and take a walk and bird watch, and it's a wonderful place. We just ask you to leave it in better condition than what you found it when you're back there. Don't take anything except memories. Some of the things that the girls can do back there, and they can do it on any weekend, or they can do it during summer camping or anything, is we have a fitness trail back there that has about 12 stations there. You can see one of them with a rope right there. We have canoeing on the river there for the girls that runs through there. We have observation decks. We have a boardwalk. We have observation towers. We also have nature studies back there. We have hiking through the trails. We have the gathering place in the center of the camp, and we have 4 beautiful picnic shelters back there with grills and everything that they can go out there and sit and cook and eat and do projects and everything. So it's a wonderful place. When you're back there, you do not realize that you are still in the city. You think you're out in the country. You don't hear the traffic on Cedar Road. I mean, it's just it's a great experience. Some of the adverse conditions, though, affecting that outback area is that it is just about all wetlands, and any time a storm, nor'easter comes in or anything like that, it floods, and it will flood terrible. You can see some of the water in our parking lot right there that covers the back during the storm that we had. There's our canoe launch there that the water rose so high that it bent the supports for the floating canoe launch there, and also pushed the entire pilings out of the mud up at an angle because of the water pressure. Of course, wind, we have all kinds of trees back there and everything, and occasionally you do get the wind damage when it comes through. There's a tree that decided to rest on top of a shelter. We had a lot of erosion along the banks of the river that runs through there that we use for canoeing. You can see basically where it's eroded the bank on the top picture there, and down here is erosion along the bank, and also you can see how the canoe launch deck has been pushed up from that storm right there. And another problem that we have that we're going to have to address is Phragmites control. It's an invasive plant out there, and it chokes out any of the regular plants and everything, and some of the breeding grounds for the animals out there. And really have to get that under control, so that's going to be an upcoming project. Some of our recent outback projects, we wanted to control that erosion because it was threatening the stability of the bridge and the canoe launch. So you can see a before picture there, and you can see the after picture there, where we had placed riprap along the shore and under the bridge to shore up that shoreline there and stop the erosion. Along with that, we were able to jet down the piers to that pier right there, the pilings, jet them down to bring that back down where the storm pushed it up. On the other side of the bridge, you can see where it was eroding up there before, after the riprap placed along the banks and under the bridge. And some of the recent volunteers, this place, we've got a huge boardwalk out there, it's great. But because of the weather and everything, it needs constant repair. I mean, the boards warp, they split, the handrails, we don't want the kids or anybody using it to get splinters and everything, so there are constant repairs that are needed back there. Again, a group of the Navy chiefs, and they brought their kids too, came out there and helped us replace deck boards and handrails the other day. Did a fantastic job. The Great Bridge Rotary Club came out and put a fence. Unfortunately, we have a housing development that has come up bordering our property back there, and they've cut down all the trees, and I hate to see that coming, but so we just wanted to physically designate our line of the property right there, even though it is open to the public. So the Rotary Club of Great Bridge came out with volunteers and helped us install a wood split rail fence down there. Again, United Way Dare Caring volunteers. We had a lot of worn boards and loose boards at the entrance to the boardwalk there. They came out, stripped those boards off, cut other boards, and helped us repair that, along with some of the loose and damaged boards along the boardwalk. Another group of United Way volunteers, the Day of Caring, helped repairs to the observation tower and also one of our bridges that cross our property over to the lodge. Another one, we've had groups from TCC and the Day of Caring come out and paint our shelters. And like I said, these are beautiful shelters and they did a great job painting them. But they're wonderful. And your Rotary Club did a project for us in 2006. We had a storm come through there that took part of the boardwalk out where Warfield Creek is. And in 2006, your Rotary Club came back in there and rebuilt the boardwalk for Warfield Creek. And that is as it stands today with a plaque recognizing your efforts back there. And there's the boardwalk going out to Warfield Creek right now. So,
As I remember, we could sure use your supervision during that project.
I tell you, I'm sure that was a project, believe me. But you all did a great job. You really did. Appreciate it. And I want to say thank you from all the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast. So that's my presentation.
Have any questions?
Yes, sir.
You have a facility in Ocracoke or on Ocracoke Island?
We don't have a facility there. We have members there. They meet at churches and different places like that. The closest facility we have is an office that we had in Manio that we relocated to Kitty Hawk. So we do have a administrative office in Kitty Hawk to support them down there. Yes, sir.
Interest by girls today competing with sports, internet, etc. Are girls coming out now, or do you have to try to pull them in? How is that going compared to 10, 20 years ago?
I don't know about 10 to 20 years ago. I know what I've been told and everything, but no, membership has dropped some with the national movement and local movement. And I really feel that yes, there are more opportunities for girls, like you said, sports, cheerleading, all kinds of things like that. And just, life has changed over this past 20 years. We still get a good participation. Our membership department does an excellent job. Camille does an excellent job in helping us recruit. Certain things we can do better, and we are trying that. But like I said, we have over 14,000 girls right now. Which is a slight drop of what we had a couple of years ago. But I feel confident that we provide a necessary service and the girls realize that, and so the parents, and I don't see any problem upping that recruitment and retaining the girls that we have.
We had a Girl Scout speaker about 4 years ago who talked about the Girl Scout cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed my whole thought about that. They're not just raising money, but they're teaching these young girls to talk, to handle money, to be out in the public, to have that confidence.
Business,
Which
yes.
is really neat.
Mhm.
Selling the cookie is just the sideline.
Right.
It's all the rest of it, which is fantastic.
It's preparing them for
Real
life,
world.
the real world, exactly. All right. Well, again, I thank you for allowing me to be here today, and thank you, Camille. And
Thank you very much, appreciate it. You heard the four-way test,
yes.
so here's a mug so you can remember it as you're having your morning coffee.
Oh, wonderful.
And so you can remember where we are. We're not Great Bridge, we're Hampton Roads.
I mentioned it.
I know you did, I know you did.
Yeah.
Don't forget us. And before you go, we're gonna have you draw our winning lottery ticket for the day for
All
our
right.
Game of Arts drawing.
Fantastic.
While that's going on, again, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for those that can make it. And there will definitely be those coming back at noon so we can make up the car.
Just read the last three.
Accommodate everybody. hope to see
You need
numbers
glasses? Okay.
tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.
Okay, we're all.
I tell you, I don't even see any numbers on here.
It's mine.
Great. All right. 733. Who's got it?
No
Oh,
longer a contribution.
I got Paul Peter. Very good. Thanks, folks. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was great.